Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So before we get started, make sure to hit that like button, also subscribe to my channel. In this video, we will talk about top 10 train journey in the world, so make sure to watch the full video. Number 1. Oslo-Bergen Railway, Norway. The Bergen Railway to Oslo might just be the toughest battle between man and Mother Nature ever to have been fought in the name of train travel. This link between Norway's capital and its second city on the west coast has to cross the cold, high, remote Hardangervidda, the largest eroded plain in Europe, where the tough, engineering unfriendly metamorphic rock is around 1.5 billion years old. Thankfully, a railway did find a way across this hostile plateau, giving train fans a chance to ride from cosmopolitan Oslo to beautiful fjord and mountain plank Bergen via some of Norway's wildest scenery. To prove a point, look out for Finns 1,222 m, the line's highest station. This is the gateway to the Hardanger-Jokulan ice cap, where Scott and crew trained before their 1912 South Pole expedition. Number 2. Northern Explorer, New Zealand. The North Island Main Trunk Railway, finally completed in 1908, was not an easy undertaking, but that's what makes it such an impressive ride today. New Zealand's North Island is a volatile place. Early engineers had to negotiate gully-sliced plateau and active volcanoes in order to link Auckland and Wellington. Today, the line's big-windowed panorama carriages slice through Hobbiton-like green hills and undulating farmland, past smoking mountains and rocky shores, and traverse some man-made marvels, from the 79 m high Makatote Viaduct, just below Mount Ruapu, to the Waramu Spiral, which utilizes 2 tunnels, 3 horseshoe curves, and a complete circle in order to tackle the precipitous terrain. Number 3. Transmongolian, Russia to China. Aping the route 17th century traders once used to cross Siberia, carrying tea from China to the cups of Russia's elite, the Transmongolian is arguably the greatest train journey on the planet. It's epic, taking almost a week written non-stop between Moscow and Beijing, crossing 6 time zones and penetrating parts of Asia that most just don't reach. Out the window, the endlessness of Russia rolls by, grand cities, birch trees, and snowy plains. Then comes Mongolia's dirt-dotted steppe and capital Ulaanbaatar before crossing into China and negotiating the Great Wall to reach Beijing. But the onboard experience is arguably just as interesting. Enjoy days of bonding with your eclectic cabin mates over hot tea, card games, and a shot of vodka or 2. Number 4. White Pass and Yukon Railroad. When a trio of prospectors found gold in a tributary of the Klondike River in 1896, they triggered one of the world's largest gold rushes. To begin with, stampeders had to hike the treacherous Chilkoot Trail to get their treasure. But between 1898 and 1900, a narrow-gauge railway was built through the seemingly impossible terrain to make the journey a lot easier. The White Pass and Yukon Railroad necessitated tunnels, trestles, grades of up to 3.9% and tight cliff teetering bends. It climbs almost 1,000 m in its first 32 kilometers. Now, it carries visitors along the Skagway River, squeezing between waterfalls, thick forests, and groaning glaciers, crossing the US/Canada border at White Pass, and descending to Lake Bennett, once the site of a bustling tent city, where pre-trained prospectors paused after surviving the Chilkoot Trail. Number 5. Copper Canyon Railway, Mexico. Number 5. Copper Canyon Railway, Mexico. The Spanish conquistadors, who found silver in northern Mexico's Copper Canyon in the 17th century, had to employ mules and the local Raramuri people to haul out their spoils. They would have loved El Chief, aka the Copper Canyon Railway, which links the coastal town of Topolobampo to the dusty inland city of Chihuahua via this network of plunging ravines. Taking almost 90 years to complete, the line finally opened in 1961. On its dramatic journey, El Chief has to negotiate 87 tunnels, 36 bridges, and sweeping hairpin bends as it climbs from sea level to the rim top views it offers at 2,400 m. Number 6. Cusco to Machu Picchu, Peru. If you've no time or permit to hike the classic Inca Trail to Machu Picchu, then this is a fine second choice. The train, which leaves from Pore, just outside Cusco, slices through the mountains, passing Andean villages, the raging Urubamba River, and the Inca fortress of Ollantaytambo. It terminates at the hot springs town of Aguas Calientes, from where the mist-swirled ruins of Machu Picchu teeter just above. Do the ride in opulent style aboard the Bellman Hiram Bingham, named after the explorer who rediscovered the lost city in 1911. Or perhaps just opt for cheaper Vistadome or Expedition class instead. the views are just as good. Number 7. St. Kitts Scenic Railway. St. Kitts Narrow Gauge Tourist Train, the last railway in the West Indies, is a reminder of a time when the fertile Caribbean islands' prime industry was not tourism but sugar. In 1775, when the British owned the isle, St. Kitts had 200 estates growing white gold. In the early 20th century, a round island railway was built to transport the cane to a central factory. When the industry declined, the line reopened as a wonderful way for visitors to see the wave-crashed shores, swaying palms, and rope islands, rising to 1,156 m Mount Lymuiga, and crumbling remains of old cane plantations. Currently, the train only runs along St. Kitts' Atlantic coast, with a bus tour completing the circuit. There's a stop at Brimstone Hill Fortress, which was built by the British to protect their precious sugar isle. Number 8. California Zephyr, USA. The California Zephyr isn't a train. It's a dream realized, a nation united. When the railway line across the U.S. was completed in 1869, slashing the time it took to travel from coast to coast, the way was paved for all manner of pioneers to try their luck in the Wild West. And what a journey the Zephyr still is, blowing from the windy city of Chicago, crossing the plains, mastering the Rockies and the Sierra Nevada to come to rest at Emeryville for San Francisco, on the edge of the Pacific Ocean. Bag a seat in the Sightseer Lounge car and watch the country unfurl. Number 9. Heart of Wales Line, United Kingdom. Bucolic and beautiful now, perhaps, but in medieval times the landscapes traversed by this railway were once the fraught frontierlands of England and Wales. Indeed, at Knighton it crosses Offa's Dyke, the 8th century earthwork built by Mercian King Offa to keep the Welsh at bay. The Heart of Wales Line, completed in 1868, celebrates its 150th birthday this year, a good excuse to hop aboard in Swansea and ride it all the way to Shrewsbury, enjoying the Lougher Estuary, the rolling hills of Carmarthenshire, pointy Sugarloaf, and the brooding Black Mountains en route. Number 10. Reunification Express, Vietnam. The North-South Railway, known as the Trans-Indochan Hoa, or sometimes the Reunification Express, was opened in 1936 to link the extremes of Vietnam, running from Hanoi in the north to Saigon in the south. The line was damaged and disconnected by the Vietnam War, but, miraculously, less than 2 years after the surrender of South Vietnam and the unification of the country, a full Saigon-Hanoi rail journey was possible once more. The route, seen as a powerful symbol of solidarity, earned itself a nickname, the Reunification Express. It's proved a boon to this long, skinny country, providing a simple, scenic way to travel between highlights, with plenty of interesting stops along the route. From the poignant war reminders of Saigon, head for the laid-back beach resort of Nha Trang, the charming old port of Hoi An, via the railnet of Da Nang, and the former imperial capital of Hue, ending amid the frenetic and faux-fragrant streets of Hanoi. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. Also subscribe to our channel before you go. Thank you for watching.